There is a lot to unpack in the definition of Scrum. It has some tricky words, and you may read it, but do you really understand it? For instance, Scrum is defined in being a lightweight framework. It's not defined as a definitive method or process or tool, a framework. But what is a framework, and what's the difference between a framework and a methodology? Well, that's tricky. Um, the circumstances where Scrum is practiced are diverse. Scrum is generally practiced in complex environment, and there's not a single definitive methodology that will work everywhere. And yes, Scrum has been characterized as a methodology in the past, but that doesn't quite cut it. Scrum does have methods or patterns and a process. For example, Scrum has events, regular opportunities for individuals to interact so that they can self-manage their processes and tools. But Scrum is much more than that. It contains a set of values. It has artifacts, rules, and it's incomplete. It means we can add our own patterns and practices and figure out what works well for us within the construct of this framework. So imagine a framework like this. Imagine it holding a canvas, a free canvas on which a team can create a world of their own. But hold up. Scrum is defined as a framework. But didn't I mention earlier that it was also characterized as a game? I'll keep this in mind. There is the game and the framework within which the game is played. For example, the game of chess, playing the game of chess is much more and involves much more than what's defined in its set of rules. It's much more than the rules and the board and the pawns. There are patterns and strategies and interactions involved. And so it is with Scrum. So playing Scrum amounts to much, much more than what the framework defines. Scrum teams will apply additional patterns and strategies. Tricky, huh? Well, let's hear your thoughts about this in the comments.